Hello everyone, MX Trains here. Welcome to episode 15 of MX Trains Railway Journeys. At the front there is 805001 working, and we'll see what it's connected to at the rear when it departs. This is working the 1002 Avanti West Coast service from Holyhead to London Euston. Anyway, today on episode 15 of MX Trains Railway Journeys, we are visiting Prestatyn, which we're at now. And then Llandudno Junction, Llanfairpwll, Holyhead, and Holyhead. Anyway, this at the front here is 805001 working the 1002 Avanti West Coast service from Holyhead to London Euston. Well, I don't know how much of a weight it's got here. Well, it is a double set Class 805 of aero trains. Anyway, departing now is the 1002 Avanti West Coast Class 805 of aero service to London Euston. So we have 805001 at the front, connected to 805011 at the rear. Anyway, we are now waiting for the 1026 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead, which will take us to Llandudno Junction. Just arrived in is the 1017 Transport for Wales service from Llandudno Junction to Manchester Piccadilly. The service today will not be terminating at Manchester Airport due to a train crew shortage. Yes. 197122 is on the front. With 197009 at the rear. That's going from Llandudno to Manchester Piccadilly. Change of plan now to get to Llanfairpwll, we are going to change at Bangor instead of Llandudno Junction. Anyway, we're still waiting for the delayed 1026 Transport for Wales service from Manchester Airport to Holyhead. Okay, arriving now is the 1026 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead, which will take us to Bangor. There we go. Third time on a 197, but my first time on a 3-car unit. Sitting down here. Right, we are now arriving at Bangor. Right, we were just on 197,124. So we're now at Bangor. It is 2 platforms. It's a Transport for Wales station, and you have Avanti West Coast services holding here as well. And departing now is 197,124 on the delayed 1107 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead. Nice one tone from the driver there. Right. So that's 197,124, which will now head on to continue its journey to Holyhead. Holding at Bangor, Teat Royce, Rosnaga and Holyhead. Right, we are now waiting for the 1200 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead, which will take us to Llanfairpwll, Llanfairpwll and go. Arriving in now is the 1138 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead.
The next train to arrive at platform 2 is the 11:58 service to Holyhead. This service is currently on time. Calling at Holyhead only. This service is operated by Transport for Wales.
And after hauling here at Bangor, this service will run non-stop to Holyhead, and it is another 197. As I say, we're not on this one, we're on the next one, which is the one that stops at Llanfairpwll, Llanfairpwll and go, which is believed for us to be a 158. And it is another 3-car set, and it is 197,102. And incredibly in need for some new brakes, as far as I'm aware anyway. Incredibly in need for some new brakes. Departing now is the 1138 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead. Nice wave and one tone from the driver. And it does actually look like there used to be a bay platform here at Bangor, which now looks to be disused. And we will see as that unit disappears into the tunnel. And I'm pretty sure you all heard about that collision between the two 158s in South Wales earlier this week, where one man in his 60s was confirmed dead. And another 15 people were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Anyway, our service will be next, which is the 1200 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead, which will haul at Llanfairpwll, Holyhead, and arriving now is surprisingly early, in fact, the 12:22. Actually, no, my mistake, it's the 10th. It's the 11:58 Transport for Wales service from Holyhead to Crewe. 197035. Oh, it's still on a test run. Yeah, so that one's just a test run. So that is a class 197/0 test run from Holyhead to Crewe. Right, it's getting ready to depart, and it's getting ready to depart again now. Just wait for the signal to turn green, and it should be on its way. There it goes. Them things really sound like 172s. 172s. Shouldn't be long before our trains to Llanfairpwll, Llanfairpwll, and should be here now. Well, there goes that test run, and our train should be the next one here. Arriving in now is my train, the 1200 Transport for Wales service from Maesteg to Holyhead. And we are on to R197 this time. It is 197048.
Bangor.
Right, we are now arriving at Llanfairpwll, Llanfairpwll, and
We are now approaching Llanfairpwll.
We now run at Llanfairpwll, and any passengers from Llanfairpwll, please make your way down to the very front door, where I currently stood, as this will be the only door which will open at the station. Once again, any passengers from Llanfairpwll, please make your way to the very front of the train, where I currently stood, as this will be the only door which will open at the station. Thank you.
First time travelling to the station on the train. Every time we've been here, I've drove up.
We get better. better photo from the inside of the platform because you can get the entire sign in properly then.
Yeah. Big step down. Right, we are now at Llanfairpwll, Holyhead, Llanfairpwll, go. Llanfairpwll, go. Anyway, departing now is 197048 on the 1207 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead. There, and there's the entire station sign. You've got the entire one down there as well.
Right.
Anyway, Llanfairpwll, Holyhead, go is a Transport for Wales station, and it has 2 platforms. And you'll also have passing express services by Avanti West Coast. Right, we have got a service about to pass through, and it looks like an Avero. One moment, just let me grab my iron brew. Just let me grab my iron brew. No, it's a freight train. And I don't see why the yellow line here has to be so far in. Nice little 3-tone. Hey, it's a railhead treatment train. Going through cleaning the rails. Oh yes, we've seen a railhead treatment train. Pulled by 2 Holus rail class, pulled by 1 Holus rail class 56 and shunted by the other. There it is, going that way, cleaning the rails. Anyway, we're now waiting for the 1250 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead, which will take us to Holyhead.
No more trains now.
It's the 1250. It's the 1250 train. It's to Holyhead. See, there's train. Well, there we go. We've seen it. We've at least seen a train. Right, the train's arriving.
Train journey.
158,825. Right, we'll be on 158,825. Oh, okay. I got the wrong door.
I should have asked for that more perfect. Loving it.
Right, we don't know what side we're getting off on yet, but we are now arriving at Holyhead. Well, it might not look like we're arriving in Holyhead, but we are. I didn't know there was a Premier Inn just outside of Holyhead. So I still don't know what platform we're coming in on, but we'll find out soon enough. The AWS alarm just went off. So we'll be coming on either one of platforms 2 or 3, but also for the length of this train of only 2 coaches. The Avanti West Coast service, which we should hopefully be travelling back on in a bit, is a 10-car service, so it will more than likely be using platform 1 at Holyhead. This looks more like arriving into a big station now. Obviously, you've got what I think is the A55 over there. I didn't know there was a travel lodge in Holyhead. Looks like we'll be hanging on one of our platforms 2 and 3. obviously you can change here for the ferry to Ireland. And I can see the Avanti West Coast service waiting in platform 1. And it is a set of voyages that we should be on in a bit. Here we are, getting off at Holyhead. Right, we are at Holyhead. It has 3 platforms. It's a Transport for Wales station, and Avanti West Coast come here as well. We are at Holyhead. It has 3 platforms. It's a Transport for Wales station, and Avanti West Coast come here as well. Alright. We are now in Holyhead. I'm walking along the last bridge taking you over the harbour. Anyway, platform 1 is over that way, where in a bit we will be boarding the 1449 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, which will take us back to Prestatyn. I've seen what units we're on. We're on a double set of voyages. 221-102 connected to 221-108. I'm just walking over the last bridge back to platforms 2 and 3. It's 2 and 3. As platform 1 was actually out of use for a while when the voyagers started running the services to Holyhead, replacing the 57s, hauling the Penolinos up to Holyhead. Yes, I need to find a bog while I'm here. Right, here we are. We are back on platform 1 now, and shockingly, I'm loving this. I have the whole platform to myself, mainly because we still have an hour before departure. Say, at the rear we will have 221-108, and I'll just walk up to the end of 221-108 and you'll see 221-102 connected to it. Not long until these units are on now. As I say, with them being replaced very soon, all of the voyages have been stripped of their Avanti West Coast branding, and until they transfer to cross country, we'll operate in all blue and grey. As Avanti West Coast now have 10 of their 13 805s in service to replace these. And then here, there you can see that they're now and it operates in all blue and grey, ready for the changeover from Avanti West Coast to cross country. Anyway, here's 221-102, which is obviously connected to 221-108. So I haven't done this yet. I'm gonna walk right to the front of 221102. And it's so quiet in here because its engine's powered down at the moment. And normally they power them up about 20 minutes before departure. Here we are, walking almost at the front of 221102 now. As obviously these, as I said, these are now operating in all blue and grey, ready for the changeover from Avanti West Coast to cross country. As far as my predictions are going, these will more than likely be on by the end of the year. Anyway, this is the unit that will be taking us back to Prestatyn in about an hour. Okay, so all being well, boarding should be opening in a moment. With about 20 minutes before departure. What? Yeah. They're starting it up. Just waiting for boarding to open now. Well, look at you guys. You got to hear that. You got to hear a 221 start its engine. Boarding is open.
Sorry.
What? Oh, okay. Right, boarding is open. Get on, enter through that front door. Yeah, you can't enter through that front door.
I don't really care.
I call shotgun.
do know that this is the quiet zone, so you've got to keep your mouth down.
Okay. If it's the quiet zone, let's move into the other car. Right, we are now on 221102. Connects to 221108.
Welcome on board this 1448 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. We shall be calling at Bangor, then on to Llandudno Junction, Colwyn Bay, Rhyl, Prestatyn, Flint, Chester. Crew at Stafford and due to arrive into London Euston for 18:35. First class to be found in coaches E and L. Your unreserved seats at this moment are in coach C, and the quiet coach can be found in coach A in the front 5 carriages. Can I ask customers to take a few minutes of their time to have a look at the safety notices during your journey? Information will be found on posters situated in the vestibule areas. And if you do see anything suspicious, please report it to member of staff. Alternatively, you can report it to British Transport Police by texting 61016. First calling point for this service will be Bangor, due into Bangor for 15:14.
Right, there we go. So without any other further interruptions from her ladyship, we are now on 221102, connected at the rear to 221108, running from Holyhead to Prestatyn. Alright, we are now preparing to cross from Anglesey back into Gwynedd now. Before we arrive into Bangor. Here we go. What the hell are you doing over there?
Trying to get a better box seat this time than I did last time.
Okay. There we are. Crossing from Gwynedd back in. No, crossing from Anglesey back into Gwynedd now. There we go, and our next stop will be Bangor in just a moment.
We are now arriving at Bangor. Please take care when leaving the train. We hope you've enjoyed your journey. Rydym rwan yn cyrraedd Bangor, Gwynedd. Cymerwch ofal wrth adael y tren. Gobeithio'n eich bod wedi mwynhau eich taith.
We've got to go into a tunnel before we arrive at Bangor. Here we are, we're going into the tunnel just before we arrive at Bangor.
We are now arriving at Bangor. Please take care when leaving the train. We hope you've enjoyed your journey.
Right, and I'm gonna have to switch sides after this, as we are on the wrong side for the coastal views. And here we are now, arriving back into Bangor.
Rydym rwan yn cyrraedd Bangor, Gwynedd. Cymerwch ofal wrth adael y tren. Gobeithio'n eich bod wedi mwynhau eich taith.
There we go. Alright, we are now arriving back at Prestatyn. Actually, if we're getting off at Prestatyn, we'll be on this side.
Prestatyn. Cymerwch ofal wrth adael y tren. Gobeithio'n eich bod wedi mwynhau eich taith.
Here we are, here's the platform at Prestatyn now. Well, we've been on this Voyager for the odd amount of an hour and 20 minutes. As you can see on the map, we've come from here at Holyhead all the way back through 6 stations to Prestatyn. Not long until these are moved to... Not long until these are to be moved across country now. There we go. We are back at Prestatyn.
I'm going to watch it on.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you way up there.
Right. Departing now is 221102, connects to 221108. Continuing on the 1557 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. We're pulling at Flint, Chester, Crewe, Stafford and London Euston. This train is formed of 10 coaches. Here we go. That's 221102 and 221108 to London Euston. That will probably be the last time I ever ride on an Avanti West Coast Voyager. Anyway, that is everything done for today now. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. So, as I am now off for another evening at Knightley's Fun Fair in the Arcade, I will see you next time. Anyway, so now I've been MH Trains. Take care, and I will see you next time.